Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today I have Erika joining me. Hi, Erika.
Hi, Amanda. Hi, everybody.
Guys, we have an exciting video on how to stop reacting to your circumstances. So incredibly important. So we're going to go through some great tips on how to do that. Just before we do, guys, we're having a contest. We get to 100,000 subscribers. We're giving away some coaching sessions. Check out the description. That's got all the how you enter the contest, as well as Erika's got a course out, how to manifest a new specific person. So if you are tired of reacting, your circumstances are too much, you have too much history, it's okay to manifest somebody new. So, and her course is going to help walk you through that. So exciting. It's exactly what I did to manifest my wonderful Andrew and also my wonderful Jerry, because I manifested someone new in my life. And as well, guys, Erika's got coaching available. Definitely check out the link in the description below. She's having a sale. And yeah, I've got a course, Manifest the Relationship You Love, Recreate People. So yeah, we've got a lot of exciting courses. So guys, definitely check it out. Let's dive into this.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So I'm sure that we have heard a lot, like, don't react to the circumstances. Don't do it. But why is it important not to do that? We have to remember that our focus is very powerful. Wherever I am focusing my attention, I will reproduce that reality. I see it kind of like a photocopy machine, right? I'm gonna keep recreating that reality if I keep focusing on that. So what I have to do is stop focusing on that reality that I do not like, and then go within, right, and tell myself a different story. Now, it's also important to remember that whatever circumstance that is that I'm experiencing, it's just a reminder. It's a product of old thoughts, right? Like, don't fight. It's kind of like a ghost. Don't keep arguing with the ghost. Let it go. It's there to show you what you were thinking in the past. Go within and tell yourself a different story. For example, we can give some examples, right? Let's say that you want more communication from your specific person. Instead of reacting to the circumstance and saying, he's not reaching out to me, he's never calling me, he doesn't text me, I'm not important for him, just know that it's a manifestation of an old thought, right? Maybe a sub-concept that is, I'm rejected, I'm not valued, or maybe the idea, the assumption that you had about the person. So just change it and say, no, okay, I do not accept that reality anymore. I don't want it. And then go within, right? And tell yourself, this person is always reaching out to me. I'm so loved and adored. That's why he's always blowing up my phone. I'm extremely important to him. He's head over heels with me, right? Change the story instead of reacting, so you don't keep reproducing that reality that you don't want anymore. Correct.
Oh, exactly. And we create the circumstances. So for us to react to them, we're just making them even more real. So how I like to look at it is, my 3D reality is the manifestation of my thoughts. So it's what I've thought previously. And then I don't like to ignore my circumstances. Okay. But I also don't like to dwell on them. I like to acknowledge them and say, okay, you know what? There's a circumstance that I don't like. This is what I want instead. So for instance, I broke my engagement ring. Oops. Okay. I totally thought to myself, when's I break this thing? And then sure enough, later that day, don't even know how I did. I broke it and it didn't even hurt my finger or break my long nail. So I have no idea how it happened. So anyways, of course, my thoughts did it. So then I was like, I was like, the circumstances so happened where I had to send it back for repair. It came back and I was like, oh, once they don't fix it properly. Sure enough, it came back not fixed properly. And I was like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? So then I'm like, no, okay. So I'm not reacting to this, right? So they've got it. And then it wasn't done by the time it was supposed to be done. So then I went ahead and I phoned and I said, hey, where is it? Right. And they were like, oh, let me call the place. And I was totally intending they would do that. And they were like, okay, well, they're going to have it shipped out soon. It should be there by like Wednesday. And then I thought to myself, no, I'm not going to react to this. I know I'm a creator. And I'm like, I intend to have it back to me sooner. And they are going to have it back to me sooner. I don't have it yet, but I'm creating that. But the important part is no matter what shows up, it's about taking responsibility for those thoughts and going, yeah, okay, I created that. Just as easy as we created it, we can change it. But if I was to react to it, start freaking out, calling my mother, complaining about how terrible this jewelry store is, blah, blah, I'm only feeding into it. But if I was to ignore it and say, no, it's no, and not actually change it, then I'm still not doing anything. I'm still letting it be at play. So it's about acknowledging it and going, okay, this is what showed up. Do I like it? No. Okay, gonna change it. It's like your couch. If you don't like your couch and you just like, I'm gonna pretend it's not there. Well, it's never going to change. But you can look at it and be like, I don't like it. I'm going to change it. And then you go shopping for a new couch and put the other one on Craigslist. So you need to action the things that show up in your 3D reality. It's not enough just to pretend it's not there. You need to tell the universe what you want instead.
Exactly. Now, I think something important as well is it doesn't mean that you're not going to have an emotion, right? Like, I'm a human being. We are humans. If you pinch me, it's going to hurt. So, for example, with that example of like this person is not reaching out, of course it's going to hurt me, right? But use that emotion to affirm the new story. And it does. I don't also want you guys to feel worried about, oh, like I reacted, I'm sad, or I'm angry, like I messed it up. No, it's not the emotion that manifests, is your thoughts. So with that emotion, I think I made a video in the past, throw a tantrum, meaning with that emotion, this person, like he's always blowing up my phone, maybe with the tears or with the anger, right? But affirm your truth. Use that emotion. It's the thoughts that manifest, not the emotion.
That is so true. And that's totally true. The emotions are a manifestation of your thoughts. You know what? I remember years ago, I did a video. It's one of my very first videos on this channel, is how to deal with your anger. And you know what? Sometimes, when we get angry, it gives us the energy to make a change. Okay. And unfortunately, you know what? We have to not like our situation has to hurt bad enough for us actually to make a change. There's this story in NLP, and it's this guy's walking down the road and he hears this dog like making this whining noise like it's in pain. And he walks a bit further, he gets to this house, and there's this old man in a rocking chair and this old hound dog sitting beside him and howling in pain. And the young guy on the street goes, "Hey, what's wrong with your dog?" And the old man in the rocking chair goes, "Well, he's sitting on a nail." And then the young guy goes, "Well, why doesn't he move?" And the old guy goes, "Well, it doesn't hurt bad enough yet." So, sometimes we've got to make, we have to hit rock bottom. It has to hurt bad enough to give us that emotional energy to actually get sick of it and make that change. And that's okay. I mean, I've made the most changes when I've said, I've had enough. I've hit rock bottom. And it was like, no. And I mean, you don't have to get that far, but if you do get that far, you're going to bounce back even farther than where you were. Of course, you can make a choice right now to go, well, it doesn't hurt that bad, I just don't want to do it. Then great, then make that choice. But if you do get to the point where you're upset and angry about it, use that energy, like Erika says, to have your little tantrum, to go on your rant about the intentions and creating the reality that you want. And never be worried about your emotions creating. It's your thoughts, but your thoughts do create your emotions. You've got to change enough thoughts to change the way that you feel to make a change, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and I can give you guys an example because I'm sure a lot of you guys might be in that situation. I remember when I was in my relationship with my boyfriend, and back in the day, that long ago, right? When, like on Facebook, remember how it was super important for your partner to be like, I'm in a relationship with, right? I really wanted that to happen, but he was not doing it. So all the time I'm like, why is he not doing it? What's going on? Does he have someone else, right? It was always the doubt, and I was always reacting to that. So where was my focus on that reality? Guess what he was doing more of? Not claiming me as I'm in a relationship with Erika. So I'm like, why am I complaining about this so much? I stopped doing that. I went within, I affirmed my self-concept, I changed the story. And not long after that, he's like, guess what? I'm like, what? Like, have you checked Facebook? I'm like, no, what for? So I checked, and he had changed his status to I'm in a relationship with Erika. So
Exactly. Neville says, if you're going to, it's about being emotionalist. If you're going to be emotional, you're going to get pushed around by your 3D and you're no longer focusing on what you want. So the one thing that I've said a million times on this channel, I'm sure you guys all know, is to create your list of little manifestations, because when you have those moments where you create something that is so undeniable, everyone is you pushed out, or something happens and it makes you really excited, you get back into that great feeling and you're unstoppable. right? So, it's not just about focusing on that one thing, create in all areas of your life. So you get those moments of, okay, like it was just the other day, something happened and I was having a bit of a low day, something happened and it was everyone as you pushed out moment. Like Andrew said something I was exactly thinking. And I was like, why am I even worried? Why am I even worried? I mean, obviously everyone's overhearing my thoughts every minute of the day. Of course, like I get it. When we're not on top of our thoughts, we're having negative thoughts and they reflect them back. I know, yes, it can be easy to react. But
Right.
even in those moments, stop yourself and realize, okay, no, you know what? This is the person reflecting back what I'm thinking. If I don't like what they're reflecting back, then I need to change what I'm thinking. So we're just really reacting to ourselves and our old thoughts, making that worse and worse. So like Erika said, change your focus. I like to just laugh at everything in life. Just laugh at it because it's not serious. As easy it was to create the negative, it's even easier to create the positive.
Exactly. And I think it's important to remember that we manifest what we are, not what we want. So in my example, right, that was who was I in that situation? I'm not claimed, I'm not chosen, right? So I was manifesting more of that, more of like what I wanted, not who I was. So I had to change into the state of I am the woman that is claimed, right? That he's proud of saying to the whole world that he's with me. And that's how it happened. And I also I think we don't want you guys to, let's say that you reacted, don't think that, oh my God, I ruined everything. No, it's just, I learned from that lesson. It's okay. Always focus on the now moment instead of that past. You already did it. It's okay. Move on. Let's say that I reacted to that person, right? You never call me and never text me. It's okay. Say, oops. Assume that, oh, like, he loves my crazy, like he doesn't, he already forgave me. He forgot that it happened. But don't keep focusing, right, on, oh my God, I messed it up, because then you're recreating that reality of I messed it up.
I intend that they take responsibility for creating my crazy. That's a good one, right?
Exactly.
No, exactly. So, when it comes to not reacting to your circumstances is, when you're creating other things and you start to see that everything is absolutely, it doesn't matter. Like, and dream big, right? Dream big. And if you can't dream big right away, do it in little steps. But when you're creating in all areas of your life, you're going to start to see that nothing really matters, and you're going to start to make some really quick changes in your life. And, when things show up, just take quick responsibility for it and go, yeah, that's the thought that created it. So, okay, no problem. I'm going to change that thought. There's one coach that I get together chatting with, and when they create something, they're so cute. They were like, I created this and it was a terrible situation. They're like, and I know it was from that thought. And then we laugh about it, and then we create a new thought, I mean, it's got to be lighthearted. Don't take this too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. Because nothing is, it's all just an illusion that you've created. It's just projection of your subconscious mind. And the less serious you take it, the more easy it is going to be able to go through it to change it, right? It's the emotion and the negative emotion that we get stuck on, locked on, and we get focused on something and we complain to our friends, our family, our mom, our dog, our emotional sport raccoon, and yet, our emotional sport Jerry, right? And we hold ourselves in that. And when we do that, we're just creating it when, always give things the benefit of the doubt, or, go back, take responsibility and actually change your thought, right?
Exactly. And it's just, like build that belief and the fact that you are the only creator of your reality, right? And what I like to do whenever something shows up in my life that I don't like, it's like, oh, okay, I did that. So it's like I'm always cleaning up, right? Okay, if something shows up, I change it. For example, if someone is rude to me, whoever it is, I'm like, okay, I did that. So I clean it up and say, I am always respected by everyone in my life. Like something that happened just recently, I noticed that I was driving, and every time I was driving, there was an old person in front of me driving so slow. And I was like, I'm like, no, change it. Okay, I created that, right? So I changed it to no, like everyone around me is always a great driver.
I know. I've created that before myself, right? So,
but if I keep complaining every time I get someone in front of me that drives like a turtle, I'm gonna keep receiving that, because that's where my focus is. change it.
Exactly. So
Mhm.
guys, I hope we gave I intend. No, not hope. I don't hope. I'm the possibility of inspiration and love and success. So I intend that this video has helped you to change something that maybe you're not catching yourself by doing. Oh, one thing I'll add is if you do find yourself reacting and when you calm down, you can actually say, when that happens, I intend to react like this. I intend to do this. And when you do that enough, you will actually start to change your reactions in the future and not have it to be such an automatic thing. Maybe we'll do a better, like a more in-depth video on that in the future. But yeah, thank you so much, Erika, for being here.
You're welcome. And thank you everyone for listening to us.
We had a few bloopers to start this video today, but it was all me. Anyways, guys, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.